Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Monona Grove High School as Monona Community Media and MGAV bring you tonight's coverage of Monona Grove girls basketball. Our cameramen this evening, Gianna Hamill and Rory Steffens. Nolan Chihak is our student director. Kaylin Brose is our graphics specialist and statistician. We are under the direction of Brennan Hekamovich and Will Nimmo. And this is Parker Hagan. Tonight's Badger Large Conference Showdown features the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the Waunakee Warriors. Waunakee comes into tonight atop the Badger Large Conference with a 15-4 overall record and a conference record of 9 wins and just 1 loss. The Warriors also enter tonight having won all 4 of their last 4, a 4-game win streak during which they have won all of those games by double digits. Monona Grove so far this season, 10 wins, 7 losses, coming off a win 2 nights ago here at Monona Grove over Madison La Follette, 56-44. The Silver Eagles are also 4-6 in conference play so far this season. In terms of scoring, we look at Waunakee's Tessa Bryan, who's the scoring leader of everybody here tonight. She's averaging an impressive 17.5 points per contest, alongside about 5.5 rebounds per game. For the Silver Eagles, if they want a good chance to win tonight, they're gonna have to keep her performance contained to the minimum possible. Silver Eagles scoring leaders, Sydney Glynn and Addie Schmudlock. Keep an eye on those two to lead the way tonight. Each of them are averaging over 10 points a game so far this season. Glynn is also the Silver Eagles rebound leader with 5.8 boards per contest. We'll throw you over now to our PA announcer, Mr. Willauer, who will direct us in the national anthem and introduce our starting lineups.
Waunakee's Ella Doatslow.
Coming out tonight to support our teams and our athletes of both teams. Your presence and encouragement are appreciated.
As we begin, we ask everyone to honor the game by showing good sportsmanship throughout the event. Sportsmanship is defined as fair, respectful, and generous behavior.
It's more than just a definition. It's about respecting opponents, supporting your team, and showing grace in both victory and defeat.
Everyone here has a role in promoting sportsmanship. Players, coaches, fans, and even officials. Together, we can create a positive atmosphere for everyone.
Let's remember that this is a game, an opportunity for growth, not a moment for negativity. Kindness and respect go a long way in keeping the game enjoyable for everyone.
We encourage you to avoid negative comments, taunts, or anything that goes against the values of sportsmanship.
By working together, we can create a safe and positive environment that celebrates the spirit of high school athletics. Thank you all.
At this time, please rise and use your hats and join in the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for head coach Marcus Richter and his Warriors from Waunakee. Number 2, Tessa Bryan. Number 4, 22, Jaworski. And now, sitting players on your feet, it's time for you to start out for your Monona Silver Eagles. A junior, number 2, Danny Becker. A senior, number 4, Kaylin McQueen. A senior, number 12, Cora Quinn. A sophomore, number 14, Danny Whitty. And a junior, number 21, Sydney Quinn. The Silver Eagles are coached by Jalen Walker.
The Silver Eagles come out tonight in the Columbia blue letters and numbering, white jerseys, white shorts, Columbia blue trim along the sides. Waunakee in all black with purple along the sides. Last time these teams met, it was a low-scoring game in Waunakee. The Warriors took it 46-36. We'll see if the Silver Eagles can change history here and split the season series for the regular season. Glenn for the Silver Eagles as we get underway. Toss and tap to Waunakee. Tessa Bryan controls and gives it up. Warriors moving to our left in the first half. Phillips with it, dishes inside, and the basket's good off the window from Tessa Bryan, Waunakee's leading scorer. Breaks the ice for the Warriors. It's 2-0 Waunakee. Opening minute first half as Sydney Glenn works it into the paint, kicks back out. Now Cora Glenn over to the far side for Becker. Controlling it is McQueenie, the older of the two. McQueenie a right-hand dribble, bounce pass to Sydney Glenn. Glenn far side, now Becker will try a three. She cashes from the left wing, and Monona Grove takes an early lead within 45 seconds or so. 3-2 Monona Grove. Opening minute still first half. Waunakee in their front court. Kick out now to Phillips as she moves it to the right elbow. Driving just inside the arc, Dotzler. Now to the far side, back to Phillips. Bryan has it. Moving right of the lane, spins in the paint, got free, broke loose, laid it up and in off glass, and Waunakee reclaims the advantage. 4-3 Warriors with the lead, a minute 15 gone by. McQueenie weaves through the defense with some room. Cora Glenn, one-on-one, bounce pass to her younger sister. Sydney can't put it up. She kicks back out. Now Becker controls near the Eagles wing at half court. McQueenie with it, resets the offense, moves to her left, and is guarded closely by Bryan. Now drives left of the lane, bounce pass. Becker left corner. Gives back to McQueenie on the left elbow. She'll take it outside the perimeter, slowing things down once again. Danny Whitty with it, knocked inside, ball's loose. Audie's diving for the basketball. Do we have a timeout before a jump? Yes, we do. We get a timeout from, I believe that was Danny Whitty, who was able to dive on the floor and control it. Less than 2 minutes in, Monona Grove will take their first timeout to secure possession. 4-3 Waunakee, a fast start compared to December 20th of last year, which was when these teams last met, just before the holiday break. Once again, that was a 10-point Warrior victory. Silver Eagles looking to change things here on their home floor. Monona Grove will have it in their front court after the timeout here. It was a full timeout from Coach Jalen Walker. As I believe both teams will keep the same five they had before that timeout. It appears so. Becker, McQueenie, both Glynns and Whitty for the Silver Eagles. Bryan, Mites, Phillips, Dotzler, and Norski for the Warriors. 16:07 remaining first half. Whitty will inbound, gets it to McQueenie on the far side near the midcourt stripe. Left-hand dribble for McQueenie, now she switches. Driving closer to the arc, then back to the far side. Whitty finds the older of the two Glynns. Cora, back to McQueenie she goes. McQueenie trying to drive in, not much space, lost it, keeps it in bounds, bit of commotion. Now Becker has it on the near corner, and she got fouled by, I believe, Tessa Bryan. We'll see what the officials got. There were a couple of Warriors in the area. They do assess it to Bryan. So the first foul for either team in tonight's contest is going to be on number 2, Tessa Bryan for the Warriors, as Monona Grove inbounds in the near sideline. Bounce pass from McQueenie to Sydney Glenn, moves to the left elbow. Now Becker with a bit of space, moves to the left wing. Has it over her head, has to get rid of it. Finds Cora. Glenn driving, had it batted for a second, but she hangs on. McQueenie near half court will bring it up to the perimeter. She drives for a bit, kicks it back out. Glenn with some space, left it short. Sydney Glenn couldn't hit the jumper, and the rebound goes the other way to Waunakee. Bryan driving, mid-range J, too strong. Offensive rebound to Norski. Warriors control. Light driving in, gets bumped as she goes up, count the basket, and a foul. Might was able to bounce it in off the window, and Waunakee will have a chance to extend it to a 4-point advantage, pending the result of this free throw. Foul goes against Danielle Becker. She was a freshman on varsity 2 years ago, got called up from JV, and then spent her sophomore campaign on varsity. Now she's a starter. Silver Eagles have it in the front court. Free throw was missed, by the way, as McQueenie left of the lane, needs help. Will find Sydney Glenn. Glenn pivots, kicks to Becker. Near the midcourt stripe, she moves to the near side. Now back to McQueenie on the far side. Not a lot of open space. She'll bring it closer to the perimeter around a Glenn screen. Gives it to Cora. Cora to her younger sister, Sydney. And Sydney lost it. We got a whistle and a foul, though, on the floor. And they're going to hit Norski for what I think was a wraparound. Just kind of got the torso a little bit. Substitutions now as Kira Van Wee comes in for Waunakee. For the Silver Eagles, the younger of the McQueenie sisters, Michaela McQueenie, is in there, but her older sister is not. Here's Michaela, couldn't finish the layup off the glass, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Waunakee Warriors. Might is the inbounder. She gives it into Tessa Bryan, who works it into the front court. Warriors up 6-3. We're approaching 4 minutes gone by opening stanza. Might just right of the top of the circle, gives to Bryan. She kicks back out. Now Might will drive again. Right elbow, pivots, kicks to the corner. Ashlyn Bauer in there for the first time for Waunakee. She gives it off. Phillips has it right wing. Phillips driving right elbow now. Now Might has it. Looking to get rid of it now. She's guarded closely by Glenn, Cora Glenn. Cross-court pass. Bryan, no, Phillips lost it. It was Phillips in the paint, and she couldn't handle it. Turnover Waunakee. With a bit of space now. In it goes to Sydney Glenn. Kick out. Cora Glenn drives in the paint, puts it up. Wanted a foul, didn't get one, out of bounds off of Sydney Glenn, and we're going the other way. We get Addison Schmudlock into the game for the first time. I mentioned she was one of Monona Grove's scoring leaders so far this season. She'll be one of those leaders off the bench in this game. Warriors have it in their front court. A 3 balls, too strong, missed everything from Ashlyn Bauer. On the other side, Sydney Glenn off the window is good with a bit of space in front of her. And Glenn cuts the lead down to 1. 6-5 Waunakee, 5 minutes gone by opening half. 13 to go till the break. Phillips tried to bank it off, thought maybe she was fouled, but no contact, no whistle. Schmudlock lost it. She may have been fouled herself, but no illegal contact. Cross-court pass from Michaela McQueenie to Becker, and taking an extra step inside the paint, trying to drive it was Danny Whitty. Not gonna get away with that. It's another Monona Grove turnover. Phillips will take a seat for the Warriors as Doetzler comes back on. for Waunakee. Might's got it in the front court for Waunakee again, moving to our left. Now to Van Wee in the left wing, guarded by McQueenie. No, that's Schmudlock rather. As here's Bauer, left wing, was guarded closely. Student section wanted to travel, they won't get one. Dotzler drives, had a shot attempt rejected, and then kicks back out after she got it back. And Mike able to spin around the defense and lay it up and in off the window. Waunakee's back out in front by 3. Ahead to the front court, Sydney Glenn finds an open Michaela McQueenie. 3-ball on the way, she missed it too strong. 6 minutes gone by, it's 8-5 Waunakee. And Dotzler has it, she's tripled. Kick back out, 3-ball good for Might. It's 11-5 Warriors. After the left wing 3 from, I believe, Grayson Phillips. Now Schmudlock on the other side. In the paint, kicks back out. Michaela McQueenie with it. Over her head, gives to Becker. Top of the circle. Bounce pass inside to Sydney Glenn. Sydney, a left-hand dribble, gets rid of it herself. Back to Schmudlock. Schmudlock drives. In the paint, floats it up. Got fouled. She'll shoot a pair. Drawing contact, Sydney. No, correct that. Addie Schmudlock, as they will get Van Wee for her first. Schmudlock to shoot a pair, can cut it to 5 and then 4. First of 2 is good. Makes it 11-6 Waunakee, 11:26 remaining the first half. Bauer comes out, Bryan comes out. Waunakee will bring a couple of substitutions in. Second free throw for Schmudlock is good. And Schmudlock will stay on. They had a substitution. They get Becker to the bench. And they bring out number 5, Bailey Nelson, a sophomore and one of the younger stars on this MG varsity squad. Waunakee in the front court. Getting bumped on the way up, I believe, was Dotzler, and that is confirmed. They get Schmudlock for hitting the arm as Dotzler went up. That is Monona Grove team foul number 2. So Dotzler to the charity stripe. She'll get a pair of shots here, and she hits the first. 13-7. Correct that, 12-7 Waunakee. 11-17 remaining in the first half. Pending this. Second free throw misses strong. Rebound secured by Schmudlock. Silver Eagles work it into their front court as Nelson right of the lane. Tipped out of bounds. No, it stays in. Goes right into the hands of Might off a tip pass. Warriors control. Might works around Dotzler, who tripped over her own 2 feet. And now Might gives it off to Phillips in the corner. Phillips around a screen, wants to get rid of it herself. Cross-court pass to Dotzler on the left wing, guarded by Danny Whitty. Now to the near side, Van Wee is there. She drives left of the lane, spins, wants to put it up and lost it. Schmudlock takes over, Silver Eagles the other way. Into the front court goes Schmudlock. A right-hand dribble gets it off. Michaela McQueenie moving near half court. Fires to the far side, Nelson to Whitty, who has it over her head, wants to drive. Back to Nelson it goes. Top of the circle, she moves her way in the paint, off the window, too strong. Rebounded by Waunakee. Phillips the other way for the Warriors. She takes it inside the perimeter. Has it right at the lane, has to get rid of it. And Dotzler will, no, Might will send it in. And Sydney Glenn blocking Van Wee as she tried to go up. Glenn with the rejection. Waunakee will keep it in their front court. Schmudlock and Sydney Glenn take seats on the bench as for Waunakee. Van Wee and Mike come out. And Norski is back out there for the Warriors. She gets the inbound, gives it off. Now Dotzler with it right wing. To the far corner, Tessa Bryan, Waunakee's leading scorer. Norski back over to Dotzler. Now Bryan has it near side. She's guarded by Whitty. Spins around her, off the window, no. It got blocked by Cora Glenn. Whether that was intentional or not, we'll never know, but Cora Glenn has got a block on the stat sheet, and she goes the other way, puts it up, and draws a contact. How about Cora Glenn? Both sides of the ball, she is working hard. And now she'll get a chance to earn 2 at the free throw line. Foul, by the way, is on Sheffick of Waunakee. Her first, Waunakee's 4th. First of 2 good for Cora Glenn. A chance to cut it to a 1-possession game if she can hit it, and she can. 12-9 Waunakee, 9:39 and counting in the first half. Warriors back in their front court trying to extend on their lead. Phillips has it, kicks to the far side. Sheffick is there. Wants to get rid of it. Cross-court pass back to the near side. Now Doetzler over to the far side. It ends up back in Sheffick's hands. Phillips to Bryan on the near wing. Working against Whitty again. Now Norski with it. Drives, stops, pivots, kicks back out. Phillips a drive on the right elbow. Wants to get rid of it. Gives back near half court. Tessa Bryan around a defense, puts it up over 3 or 4 MG defenders and rolls it through. 9 minutes exactly remaining in the first half. Waunakee 14, Monona Grove 9. Silver Eagles have it in their front court. Michaela McQueenie with it over her head. In it goes to Cora Glenn. Cora right-hand dribble. Gives off to Nelson. Now to the far corner. Becker is there. She spins. Works it into the paint. Floater is good. Rattled at home. And it's back to a 3-point game. 14-11 Waunakee. 8:33 remaining first half. Doetzler near corner directing traffic. Now Phillips fakes a drive. Gives over to Tessa Bryan in the near wing. Guarded by Whitty again. Bryan back outside the perimeter after a drive. Goes up too strong. Or maybe you could say a little bit short. It missed the front rim. Monona Grove the other way. Michaela McQueenie will give it to Bailey Nelson. McQueenie back with it. Inside, Cora has it. Glenn a right-hand dribble, holds for a second, fakes the handoff to Whitty and then finds Becker. Bounce pass in. Lynn's able to save it, but now she's trapped in the corner. Fires inside. McQueenie's able to bring it back outside the perimeter. Nelson open space. 3-ball, cans it. She cashes from the left wing. We are tied at 14. 7:46 and counting in the first half. Bryan with it, gives off. Doetzler to Phillips, just left at the top of the circle. Now Bryan's got it, just outside the perimeter. Doetzler will try and answer, and she hits from the right wing. Just when you thought Monona Grove was gonna get going, Waunakee stops the momentum. Nelson on the other side, up, no, left it short, off the window and front rim. Doetzler finds Bryan. She'll drive against Whitty. Now over 2 defenders, left it short herself. Whitty breaking free, has a bit of space. She'll slow the offense down. Gets it back from Nelson. In it goes to Cora Glenn. Glenn cross court, intercepted. Bryan the other way. Now Doetzler slows things down. Opens up. Bryan for 3. Right wing, missed it short off the front rim. McQueenie will head the other way, but Danny Whitty's got the basketball. McQueenie gets it from Whitty. Now Glenn with it. Moves to the near side, hands off to Nelson. Left elbow, kicks back out. Becker's got it. She'll try and drive herself, nothing there. Glenn inside. Whitty able to get rid of it before somebody dove and took it over herself. McQueenie tries a 3, no good. Bryan with some space on the other side, lays it up and in. Even though Michaela McQueenie hustled and got back there just a little late, Bryan was able to bank it off the window and good. Waunakee on a 5-0 scoring run. And the Warriors will take a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout with Waunakee up 19-14. Well, Tessa Bryan's got 8 of the Warriors' 19 points so far. For the 5 on the floor for Monona Grove, it's Becker with 5, Nelson with 3, and Cora Glenn with 2. Plus a couple of other Silver Eagles with some points to their name. Giselle Lindert is in for the first time after the timeout, alongside Cora Glenn, Schmudlock, Bailey Nelson, and Kaylin McQueenie. So the younger McQueenie takes a seat. The inbound is promptly intercepted and then knocked out of bounds by might of Waunakee. So the Silver Eagles will keep it.
And for the Silver Eagles, number 21, Glenn, replacing Nelson.
And Sydney Glynn will check in to replace Bailey Nelson. Here's Kaylin McQueenie, right wing. Now just inside the perimeter. Sydney Glynn gets it off the window, no, but Lindert grabs the loose change. 3-ball too strong from Schmudlock, but an offensive rebound picked up by McQueenie. And Cora Glynn was able to draw a foul on the floor. They're gonna hit Van Wee for a hold. With exactly 6 minutes to go till the halftime break. Warriors up 5, but the Silver Eagles a chance to make it a 1-possession game if they can hit here. Schmudlock to inbound baseline right. Schmudlock looking, gets it in, tipped, and intercepted by Phillips. Waunakee going the other way, gets it ahead, does Phillips to Might. Might a one-on-one, now doubled for a bit. Cross court, back to Phillips it goes, working against Sydney Glynn. Now Might has it, drives, pivots, looking to get rid of it. She'll find Doetzler, I believe that's Doetzler. No, that's Van Wee. And Might gets fouled by Cora Glynn trying to put up a shot. So Glynn guilty of the contact, that's her first personal, and Might will go to the line for a pair, chance to extend it to a 3-possession game if she can make both. First of 2 is up, no good. Stays 19-14 Waunakee, 5:35 remaining till halftime. 1 shot left for Audrey Might, 5'10" junior. She buries the second, and the Silver Eagles go the other way. A bit of space, off the window, no from Lindert, but Sydney Glynn grabbed the offensive rebound, put it back up, drew the contact. 20-14 Waunakee after the second free throw from Might was good, and now Sydney Glynn will shoot 2. Waunakee out of fouls to give. Their next offense puts them in the penalty. Glynn buries the first, makes it a 5-point contest with 1 shot still coming. She eyes the rim, lets it fly, and it rims around and out, no good. Tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with Waunakee. Nice defensive awareness by Giselle Lindert-Olivencia. Tipped it out, they're gonna force Waunakee to inbound in their backcourt. Doetzler comes in, Phillips will check out for the time being. And the inbound is lobbed in and tipped. Bryan comes up with it. Warriors working into the front court. Bryan against Linder. Now Might has it, top of the circle. Moves inside the perimeter. Doubled for a bit, then moves to man-on-man, does Monona Grove. Bryan in the paint, got bumped, and she'll shoot 2. They will hit Kaylin McQueenie for her first personal. So Tessa Bryan, a chance to break into double digits if she can hit both. Averaging 17.5. She had 13, by the way, of Waunakee's 46 points the last time these two teams played. Bryan is good on the first. That gives her 9 and the Warriors 21. Chance to make it a 7-point game, and she's no good on the second of 2, but an offensive rebound. Goes back out to Tessa Bryan. She'll drive, float one up, over the rim, no good. Rebounded by McQueenie. 21-15, the pass intended for Whitty is lost, and another turnover. Now Van Wee the other way. Banks it off the window and good, having to stop her momentum. Didn't draw any contact, but she did bank it off the window, and that's 2 points for Waunakee. Schmudlock on the other side, on a bit of a fast break, is able to draw contact, and that puts Waunakee in the penalty. She'll shoot a pair because it was in the act of shooting. And a chance for Schmudlock to cut it to 7 and then possibly 6. First of 2. Too strong, no good. Waunakee substitutions. They'll take out, I believe that was Lady Christian and Ellen Doetzler that they check out. Schmudlock's second of 2. This one's good. 23-16 Waunakee, 4:48 and counting in the first half. Pass goes ahead, and Ubersox lost it, got it back, banked it off the window, and good. Waunakee another 2 points. And it's the Warriors' largest lead of the contest as McQueenie draws a foul in the backcourt. She'll go to the stripe for penalty shots. They will get Van Wee for second personal. And that is the eighth foul for Waunakee. So it's a penalty 1-and-1 for Kaylin McQueenie. Front end is good. 25-17 Waunakee, 4:36 remaining first half. Still the back end of the 1-and-1 to come. McQueenie, Whitty, Glenn. Second of 2 free throws is good. Becker is out there. And Giselle Linder is the last of the 5 for Monona Grove. Bryant has it inside, promptly doubled, gets it out to Mites. Left elbow, cross-court pass. Now Norski has it. Norski to the far side, Phillips. Phillips will find Ubersox. She'll drive to the right elbow, kick it back out. Phillips with a bit of space, now guarded by Sydney Glenn. Sends it inside, working it back out as Ubersox. Phillips almost lost it to the backcourt, but is able to recover. She'll drive near the perimeter. Bryan reverse layup is good off glass. 27-18 Waunakee, under 4 minutes remaining the first. Here's McQueenie in the front court, right of the lane, kicks out Danny Whitty. Gives back to McQueenie. Trying to work around the Waunakee defense. Needs help, finds Sydney Glenn. Glenn top of the circle, lost it, intended for Danny Whitty. Warriors the other way, ahead it goes. Might sends it back out, Phillips a 3, left wing too strong, offensive rebound, and Tessa Bryan puts it back up and through. 29-18 Waunakee, 3:20 remaining first half. Monona Grove slowing things down. McQueenie walks it across the timeline. Inside, tipped by Bryan, intercepted by the Warriors. Ubersox controls, gives to Phillips. Warriors the other way. A chance to extend their 11-point lead even further. The largest lead for any team so far tonight. Phillips misses a 3 too strong from the left wing, and the rebound goes to Monona Grove. Under 3 minutes remaining the first half of this one. Becker finds Lindert on the far side. Lindert with some help needed, and they're going to get Tessa Bryan for pushing Becker, trying to recover a loose ball. Bryan's guilty of 2 so far. Waunakee guilty of 9 as a whole. And Becker will shoot a penalty 1-and-1. That's going to bring some substitutions. Ashlyn Bauer back in. Doetzler back in. Ubersox checks out, as does Tessa Bryan, who, by the way, is up to 13. So she's already matched her performance of the last time these two teams met. Front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Warriors control the rebound. Going into their front court for Waunakee is Might. Opens up Doetzler, 3-ball is good, left wing. Inbound given to Bailey Nelson, who's back in for the Silver Eagles. Waunakee leading by 14. Here's Sydney Glenn, just inside the perimeter now. Becker with a bit of open space. She answers with a 3 of her own from the right wing. 32-21, Waunakee, 2:16 and counting first half. Might to the far side. Norski almost stepped on the baseline, but able to keep it in bounds. Phillips finds Might. Now Doetzler, guarded by Cora Glenn. Phillips with it near wing, moving to her right. Now moves to the top of the circle. Might with a bit of space, couple steps beyond the perimeter. She'll drive it into the paint, working against Becker. Spins, wants to put it up. Off the window, too strong. Offensive rebound, though, to Bauer. Might controls, guarded again by Becker. Just outside the perimeter, finds the far side. Ashlyn Bauer is there. Now Doetzler directs traffic. Might has it near half court, approaching 90 seconds to go till the break. Doetzler may have gotten bumped, instead throws it in. Norski can't get it to go. That shot may have been altered. Silver Eagles cannot control it, but it's knocked out of bounds. They say off the leg of Grayson Phillips. It'll stay with Monona Grove. Cora Glynn, Sydney Glynn, Danielle Becker, Bailey Nelson, and Michaela McQueenie, the 5 on the floor for Monona Grove. 1:17 to go till halftime. Sydney Glynn with it, just inside the perimeter, finds her older sister. Cora with a bit of space. Floater is no good. It rimmed around and out. She got unlucky on that one. Warriors the other way, trying to expand on their 11-point lead. And an errant pass out of bounds. Turnover, Waunakee. Silver Eagles will get another chance with 1:02. Becker looking inbound, gets it in to Cora Glynn, who gives it right back. Final minute of play here in the first. Becker brings it into the front court, bounce pass to Sydney Glynn. Has it over her head, works inside the perimeter. Now Becker controls near corner. Looks to get it in. Sydney Glynn off the window, banks it home. And Monona Grove cuts the lead to 9, 32-23, under 40 seconds to go. Waunakee a chance to hold for the final shot if they wish. Dotzler has it near the top of the arc. She'll give to Might. 25 seconds to go till the break. Now Bauer has it. Bounce pass into Dotzler, left of the lane. Brings it back outside the perimeter. Waunakee trying to run out clock here. Phillips to the near corner. Might is there. She brings it back near half court, resets the offense against Becker. 8 seconds to go. Working around a screen. Might gets it away. Dotzler has it. Phillips has to get something off. Tries a left wing three. Misses strong. Horn sounds. And we have reached halftime here at Monona Grove. Well, Waunakee picking up right where they left off the last time these two teams played. It was a 10-point Warrior victory last time these teams met each other. Waunakee at the half, up 9. Your score at the break, Waunakee 32, Monona Grove 23. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes for the start of our second half of action. You're listening to Silver Eagle Girls Varsity Basketball on Monona Community Media and the Monona Go app. We have reached halftime here at Monona Grove High School. Waunakee visiting the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, and they lead it at the break 32-23. That 9-point lead is in part to Monona Grove's 9 turnovers in the first half. Certainly not going to help them if they want a chance to come back in this one, although Monona Grove did shoot in the first half 6 of 20 from the field, 3 of 7 from distance, 8 of 11 from free throws. So that certainly helped them keep this one close. Waunakee 13 of 24 from the field, just over 50%. 3 of 7 from 3, 42% shooting there, but 3 of 7 from the free throw line. So not exactly ideal for the Warriors. That's one of the things they would like to fix in this second half of action. Monona Grove would like to keep their offensive game clean. And they get the basketball to start the second half, thanks to the possession arrow. Just underway here, second half of action, and there's a turnover right away, but the Silver Eagles get it right back. And Whitty got bumped on the way up. She'll shoot a pair to start this second half of action. They will get Bryan, that's her 3rd personal. And a turnover from both teams in those opening first few seconds. It was an errant pass, went right into the hands of a Warrior, and then the Silver Eagles, I think, poked it free. Got it right back. McQueenie misses the first, or correction, Whitty misses the first and the second. So 0 for 2 with the stripe. Waunakee a chance to get back on it. Bodies diving for the floor. 3-ball rattles in and out, no good from Might. And a rebound the other way for Monona Grove. There's Kaylin McQueenie working it into the front court. She's got it on the far side, bounce pass to Sydney Glynn. She's guarded closely. Has to get rid of it. Cora Glynn with it, the older of the 2 Glynn sisters. Now Danny Becker with it. Becker might have gotten bumped a little bit, able to bounce it into Cora Glynn. Cora finding Sydney mid-range. Jay gets home. 32-25. Monona Grove trails by just 7. Opening minutes, second half of action. Waunakee with the lead in the basketball. Phillips has it. Waunakee moving to our right in the second half. Bounce pass into Mike, guarded by Becker. She'll try and put it up, has to pivot. Fires off the window too strong, rebounded by Becker. Monona Grove moves to our left in the second half of action as McQueenie takes it into the front court on the near side. She's guarded by Phillips, spins around, keeps the dribble going, gets around Phillips, bounce pass into Sydney Glynn. Couldn't control it, but got it back under control. Cora Glynn back out, and Denny Whitty got bumped on the floor. That 3-ball made by Sydney Glynn was well after the whistle. It will not count. Might guilty of the personal foul. It's her first. Waunakee with 2 early on. Not quite a minute, 30 seconds gone by. And the inbound's given right to Sydney Glynn. She banks it off the window and good. 4-0 run to start the half for Monona Grove. Waunakee will try and answer with Phillips in the right wing. On the far side now, Might's got it. Moves inside the perimeter. Now Bryan working against Danny Whitty. Lost it for a second, has to kick out. Phillips at 3, cans from the left corner. Waunakee gets the momentum right back. Glynn looking to inbound, Sydney that is, gets into McQueenie. Fires cross court to Cora. Cora Glynn with a bit of space, 1-on-2, opens up Becker for 3, and the answer, she missed it strong. Went for the offensive rebound, but was a bit too late in reaching. Now Might passes to Phillips. Might gets it back, going up, count it, and a foul. Katie Norski banks it off the window and good. Just like that, the 4-point run is erased. 37-27. Waunakee with the lead pending the free throw. And the foul goes on Cora Glynn, her second personal. Free throw misses strong. 15:40 remaining in the second half. Cora Glynn has it for the Silver Eagles, down 10. Now McQueenie, top of the circle, right-hand dribble. Wanting to drive. Has it right of the lane, back out to Whitty it goes. Whitty looking to drive. Cross court to Becker. Becker has to get rid of it. She needs help. Sydney Glynn in the paint, bounce pass, and Danny Whitty lost it out of bounds. couldn't quite reel it back in. Monona Grove turns it over once again. Van Wee checks in for the Waunakee Warriors, replacing Norski. And Waunakee goes back to work on the offensive side of the basketball. Here's the aforementioned, actually that's Mike. She shot it into Phillips, who couldn't hit the layup off the glass, left it a bit too short. Another errant pass in a way. Danny Whitty just a bit too much momentum, and a piece of her foot landed on the baseline while she controlled the basketball. So another turnover, and Waunakee will have it going the other way. 15:06 and counting left in this one. 37-27 Waunakee with the lead and the basketball. Bryan controls for the Warriors. On the right wing, sends it, and a pass intended to go inside is intercepted. Whitty the other way, throws it up, banks it home. 37-29, Waunakee with the lead. They're going back the other way. Phillips and the Warriors will try and answer. Cross-court pass to Mike. She's guarded by McQueenie, got bumped. They're gonna say McQueenie reached in and caught the arm. And now the Silver Eagles have 2 team fouls within the first 3.5 minutes. Bryan looking inbound, lobs it in, put up is no good from Phillips. And we got a whistle and a foul as McQueenie tried to drive. They are going to hit Might for the block. So Mike picks up 2 quick ones. The Waunakee Warriors up to 3 in this half. As we approach 3.5 minutes gone by, Silver Eagles try and cut in the 8-point deficit. Sydney Glenn has it right elbow, kicks back out. McQueenie will drive, kicks to Becker, jump stop, 3-ball, money. You hear the crowd get on their feet. That's all you need to know as Danny Becker splashes it down from distance. 37-32 Waunakee, 14:09 and counting. Kick to the near corner. Doetzler has it. Warriors trying to answer. Here's Bryan working against Whitty. Throws it up, does Bryan, and she banks it home. A jumper gets there for Tessa Bryan, and she's up to 15 points. 39-32 Waunakee, under 14 minutes remaining in the second half. McQueenie spins around the defense of Van Wee, stops on the left elbow. Now Sydney Glenn controls with a right-hand dribble. Switches, Becker pivots, moves the other way, toward the top of the arc. Has to pivot again, and McQueenie almost lost it in the backcourt. It was tipped, but she manages to reel it back in. Now McQueenie drives off the back of the backboard. That's out of bounds. It'll go to Waunakee. Well, Monona Grove not exactly doing a great job in keeping the turnovers down. Like I said, they had 9 in the first half. That's already 3 or 4 in the opening 5 minutes of the second. Cross-court pass from Mites over to Van Wee. Now Doetzler controls top of the circle. Back to Mite it goes, working in against Becker. Mite spins. Will find an open Bauer who lays it up and through with a bit of a rattle. 41-32 Waunakee, 13 minutes remaining. Here's McQueenie, slow walk across the timeline, trying to get the offense going once again. Becker has it, over to Cora Glenn on the far side. Glenn looking to get rid of it. She'll switch to her left hand, drives, kick out to the corner. Becker with a bit of space, draws a defender, spins her way in the paint, no offensive rebound, Cora Glenn. Becker gets it back, Sydney Glenn open from 3, left it short. It'll go to Waunakee on the air ball. A couple of substitutions now. Michaela McQueenie checks in as her older sister will take a seat on the bench. Cora Glenn also checks out, replaced by Addie Schmudlock. And we have an official timeout. We're gonna have to get a spot cleaned up real quick. So the 5 on the floor for Monona Grove is Becker, Schmudlock, Sydney Glenn, Danny Whitty, and Michaela McQueenie. Warriors ball moving to our right. Inbound's going to be given to Tessa Bryan as we are back underway. 12:26 and counting in the second. Bryan across the midcourt stripe, back to the far side it goes, Might awaits. She'll move it to the perimeter, stops, and kicks to Van Wee, who moves it back outside. Now Bryan top of the circle again, looking to drive. She's doubled, got bumped, and they say on the floor. They say foul on the floor, so it'll be an inbound baseline right. They're gonna hit Danny Whitty for her first personal. Teams even at 3 fouls apiece. And Bryan looks to inbound. Bryan looking, still looking, fires in. Now a 3 ball on the way is left short. Offensive rebound though to Bauer. Driving is Might, puts it up, rattles home, count the basket plus a foul. That'll make it 43-32. Waunakee with the lead pending the free throw. And Whitty checks out. Bailey Nelson is in, Danielle Becker checks out, Cora Glynn is back in. So Audrey Might will shoot the and one, and she buries it to make it 44-32. 11:55 remaining in the second half. Silver Eagles have a lot of work to do if they want to get back in this one. Glynn with it over her head, drives to the charity stripe. Back out now to Michaela McQueenie, the younger of the two. McQueenie finds Glynn once again. In the paint, puts it up, got bumped, she'll shoot a pair. Evens the foul count out at 4 apiece for both these teams. And Sydney Glynn will have a chance to cut the lead back down to 10 if she can hit both. They get Bauer for her first personal. The only one on the floor for Waunakee that's in a lot of foul trouble right now is Tessa Bryan. She's got 3. Might will check out, and they get Doetzler back in for Waunakee. First of 2 was good from Sydney Glynn. Second on the way, it's good as well. 44-34, Waunakee with the lead. Approaching 11.5 minutes to go. Here's Van Wee just inside the perimeter on the right corner. She'll kick to Doetzler, who finds Phillips. In it goes, off the window and good from Tessa Bryan, who's got 17, right at her season scoring average. She can break it with another basket. Michaela McQueenie in the offensive front court for the Silver Eagles. Corrigan with a dribble, Schmudlock a 3, misses it too strong. Offensive rebound, Sydney Glynn. She'll bring it back around to the left elbow. Now Cora Glynn with a bit of space. Bailey Nelson into Sydney. Sydney backing, off the window. No, and no contact called. Warriors the other way. Bryan almost lost it herself. Instead works into a bit of space, kicks to the corner, 3-ball good from Doetzler. And Waunakee has extended this advantage to 15 with under 11 minutes to go, 10:40 to be exact. 49-34 Warriors. Schmudlock got tripped. Trying to move to the top of the circle. They're gonna get Doetzler for a trip. And that is Doetzler's 3rd personal. We get a couple substitutions. Michaela McQueenie will check out as the 5 on the floor. Gonna be Danny Whitty, Cora Glynn, Sydney Glynn, Kaylin McQueenie. Correct that. Sydney Glynn not out there. It's Whitty, Cora Glynn, Bailey Nelson, Kaylin McQueenie, and Addie Schmudlock. As Whitty left the runner off the left side of the rim, no good. And an errant pass, pass intended for Phillips, taken away, and Schmudlock banks it off the window and good. That's how you get momentum started in this game. Maybe something as simple as that will get this Silver Eagle team going again. Might kicks to Phillips outside the perimeter, approaching 10 minutes to go in this one. Pass intercepted. intended for Van Wee inside. Whitty takes over. That pass is intercepted as well, but Whitty gets it back. Nelson open for three, makes it from the right wing, and the Silver Eagles have cut it back to 10. 9:45 remaining, 49-39. Don't count Monona Grove out just yet. Here's Dotzler, guarded closely by Schmudlock, and we got a whistle. And I believe they're going to get Schmudlock for a block. She was leaning into Dotzler a little bit, and that is what she's guilty of. Second personal for Schmudlock. Both teams have 5 team fouls. And we will take the inbound from the 28-foot line near sideline. It's Tessa Bryant to inbound. She gets it in and gets it right back from Ubersax. 3-ball good from Dotzler. The answer there for Waunakee. Bit of a momentum killer. We'll see if the Silver Eagles can keep up their hot shooting. McQueenie bounced past to Cora Glenn. She works it to the far wing. Now Nelson trying to shred a defender. Schmudlock a 3-ball. Misses it. Strong offensive rebound though. Danny Whitty, and a foul is called. We'll get it on the floor in the front court for Monona Grove. They hit Phillips for her second, and Waunakee with 9:12 to go in the half is out of fouls to give. Next Waunakee foul will put the Silver Eagles into the bonus and give them penalty free throws. Bailey Nelson takes the inbound, drives, goes up, layup, rattles in and out, no good. Getting unlucky there. And with 9 minutes to go, the Warriors are up 13, 52-39. Nelson almost tipped the pass away, and a double dribble violation. Ubersax guilty of picking it up and starting again. MG to inbound in their backcourt, baseline right. Norski will come in, Phillips will come out with 2 personals. And the inbound's given to Cora Glenn. Becker gets it back after inbounding. 8:50 to go in this one. Waunakee 52, Monona Grove 39. There's a bounce pass to Cora Glenn, who moves it to the left wing. Now Nelson, had it knocked away, gets it back. McQueenie looking to drive. Kaylin McQueenie goes around a defender, lays it up off the window and good. Lead cut to 11, 52-41. Warriors with the lead in the basketball. Bryan trying to drive around a defender, gets doubled, took an extra step. Turnover, Waunakee. Checking in will be Sydney Glenn. And Sheffick for the Warriors. We got a timeout. Waunakee will call a 30-second timeout. 8:24 remaining in the second half. Waunakee 52, Monona Grove 41. Silver Eagles will have the basketball out of the timeout. They will have 4 timeouts available should we need them down the stretch of this one. It is Whitty, Sydney Glenn, Bailey Nelson, Danielle Becker, and Kaylin McQueenie for the Silver Eagles. Glenn looking to inbound. She'll find McQueenie. We're starting the clock once again. McQueenie brings it into the front court, a slow trot and a bounce pass to Glenn. Now working around the defense is Whitty, kicks it back out. Becker is there, finds Nelson. Nelson inside the perimeter, now Glenn. Right of the lane looking to drive. Over defender finds Whitty, who gets blocked inside by Mites. Warriors the other way, Bryan with it. Guarded by McQueenie. Trying to get around her. And we got a blocking foul. As Bryan went up, they're gonna hit Danny Whitty. And Monona Grove also out of fouls to give with that one. So 7:57 left in the second half, and both teams will be in the penalty with their next foul. First of 2 for Bryan, around and out, no good. She's got one more coming. Dotzler will check out. Phillips is back in for Waunakee. So it's Dotzler, Might, Sheffick, Phillips, and Norski. Second of 2 is good. 53-41, 7:56 and counting in the second. Here's McQueenie in the front court, drives right of the lane. Spins, looking to kick it back out, will find Sydney Glenn. Glenn right of the lane, off the back of the backboard, and that's out of bounds. So Monona Grove turns it over. We'll have a chance to cut the lead down to 10 or possibly single digits. Instead, Waunakee will have a chance to extend a 12-point advantage as time slowly ticks away. Far side with it is Might for the Warriors. Wanted to get it in, nobody there. Now Sheffick with it. Sheffick, no help available. She'll find Phillips. Phillips looking to drive. Pivots against Glenn. Has to get rid of it. And gets it away to Might. Now Might guarded by Nelson, going up. Becker, no, correction. Kaylin McQueenie got the arm of Ellen Dotzler as she went up for the shot. Correct that. It is Sheffick at the stripe. And she hits the first. 54-41 Waunakee, 7:10 remaining. Sheffick's got one more as the Silver Eagles are into the penalty with that free throw. Second of 2 misses, rebound tipped in the air, recovered by Bailey Nelson. She'll drive into the front court, a 1-on-2. Glenn may have gotten some contact, and she does draw it. Getting a pass to Nelson. Glenn steps to the stripe. They hit Norski. That's her second personal, and that puts Waunakee into the penalty. Glenn, first of 2, misses a bit strong. And a substitution. Dotzler checks back in. Mike will take a seat on the Warrior bench with 7:02 to go. Still far from over in this one, although time is running out. Glenn cannot hit the second. Rebound tipped into the hands of Dotzler. Waunakee will go the other way. Bryan takes the pass. She's guarded by Glenn, fires it inside, intended for Norski, but out of bounds as Norski could not control it. So a Warrior turnover, and the Silver Eagles have life once again. Inbounds bounce to Michaela McQueenie, who will take it herself into the front court. She's out there alongside Becker, Whitty, Sydney Glenn, and Bailey Nelson. Nelson, right elbow, gives it to Whitty. A drive, had it stripped from her, got it back, and then lost it again. Dotzler comes up with it. Now Bryan spins around a defender, cross-court pass. Sheffick opens up, and a 3-ball no good from Phillips. Silver Eagles the other way after the 3 missed too strong. Here's Michaela McQueenie. She'll find Nelson, who finds Becker in turn. Becker left wing. Now Nelson looking to drive. Over a defender, offensive foul call. Tried to float it up and good. Nelson ran into, I want to say that it was Norski, but I couldn't see the number for certain. Becker will check out as Giselle Linder will come in. Inbound fought for. Whitty takes control of it. It was a lobbed inbound, and Whitty intercepted it, put it back up and good. Warriors the other way. Just inside the perimeter is Might. 3-ball from Phillips, misses short, rebounded by Sydney Glenn. Silver Eagles the other way. They're within 11. Glenn can cut it to single digits. Off the window, no good. Rebound fought for. Dotzler comes up with it. Warriors the other way, under 6 minutes to go. Dotzler slows things down. Might far side, guarded by Michaela McQueenie. McQueenie looking to disrupt things a little bit. And it goes out of bounds to Waunakee. Pass going to the near side. A couple of Silver Eagles were able to get in there and disrupt the pass, but they also end up being the ones that tip it out of bounds as Kaylin McQueenie checks in for her younger sister, Michaela. Brian looking inbound, gets it into Van Wee, who's in there alongside Phillips, Doetzler, and Mites. We got a foul on the floor. Van Wee got tripped up, and she'll head to the stripe for a penalty, 1-1. They hit Giselle Lindert for her first. Next foul from Monona Grove will put them over the limit. Front end for Van Wee is good. 55-43, Waunakee with the lead. 5:27 to go in this one. Second free throw, the back end of the 1-and-1 is also good, so make it 56-43. Well, the good news is we got a higher scoring game than the last time out. The bad news is the defensive production a bit lower. Turnover by the Silver Eagles. I believe that was Sydney Glenn who took an extra step trying to pass it off to McQueenie. So Waunakee takes over, under 5.5 to go. Bringing it into the front court is Might, working against McQueenie. Now Van Wee with it right wing against Nelson. Cross-court pass, Doetzler is there, gives it back to Might. Near the midcourt stripe. Around McQueenie she goes, has some space, decides not to pull up and shoot. Bounce pass now, Phillips works it back out. Doetzler right wing, doesn't shoot the three, instead gives it back to Phillips, who in turn gives it back inside. Doetzler opening up the left corner, and Van Wee lost it. Into the open space goes Lindert, and she threw it out of bounds, but not before she took an extra step. Caught off guard by how fast Waunakee got two defenders back there. Was probably thinking, well, I can't throw it up, so what am I supposed to do? And an unfortunate break for the Silver Eagles. 4.5 minutes to go. Might brings it inside and then takes it back out. Now Phillips with it, just inside the perimeter, finds a running. Bryan block is called as Tessa Bryan missed the layup short, but she'll go to the stripe for a pair. Lindert, second personal. Silver Eagles are over the limit with that foul. So Bryan to the stripe for a pair, and she's good on the first. 57-43, Waunakee, 4:22 remaining. Nelson checks out, Lindert checks out. Becker back in, Schmudlock is in. Sydney Glenn, Danny Whitty, Kaylin McQueenie all out there. Second free throw misses strong. Sydney Glenn gets the rebound, quickly moves it into the front court. Has to slow things down. Now Whitty with a bit of space. Over a defender, can't hit. Rebound gonna be fought for. And Phillips comes up with it. Might trapped in the backcourt, almost had it poked loose, and a timeout is called by Waunakee to avoid the trap. Waunakee will take a full timeout with 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in this contest. Warriors up 14, 57-43 is our current score. Warriors in the penalties, Silver Eagles over the limit. So anything to stop the clock by Monona Grove will be 2 shots for the Warriors. Keep that in mind as we head down the stretch if this one gets close again. Or at least closer, I should say. Warriors still have 2 timeouts available. Silver Eagles with 4 at their disposal. As both teams get ready to send their squads out. it is going to be Sydney Glenn, Kaylin McQueenie, Danny Whitty, Addie Schmudlock, and Danielle Becker, same 5 that were on the floor before the timeout. For the Warriors, it is Mike, Bryan, Doetzler, Phillips, and I believe that's Norski. That is confirmed. It is Norski who's the 5th. Warriors get the inbound in. We have 4 minutes left in this contest. Inbound's given to Phillips. Bank off the window is good. And Grayson Phillips, the 6-foot junior, is up to 5 points with that layup. Schmudlock on the other side for the Silver Eagles brings it to the charity stripe. Whitty lost it for a second, got it back on the right elbow. Has to bounce it away. Sydney Glenn into Schmudlock, got blocked going up. Phillips and Schmudlock fighting for it, and the officials signal a held ball, Arrow Waunakee. So Danny Whitty will check out, and they bring Cora Glenn back into this one with about 3.5 minutes to go. Bryan brings it into the front court after the alternating possession arrow gave the ball to the Warriors. And now Doetzler with it on the near wing. In from Norski to Bryant, sheds a defender, layup is too strong, rebound tipped, and McQueenie comes up with it. 3:10 to go in this one. Silver Eagles down 59-43. McQueenie kicks back out. Becker pivots for a bit, gives off to Sydney Glenn. Sydney, left elbow, brings it back toward the perimeter, and now to McQueenie. She'll drive, tipped, left of the lane. Warriors come up with it. Under 3 minutes to go in this one, and Waunakee's starting to feel pretty confident that they can wrap this one up. Bryan will slow things down for the Warriors, gives off to Doetzler on the right wing, who has it over her head. She's guarded by Schmudlock, and out kicks to the near corner. Bryan drives inside, took an extra step with the basketball, turnover Waunakee. Van Wee will come in, Norski will check out. As for the Warriors, Bryan's got 19, Doetzler's got 13, and Mite's got 11. 2 Silver Eagles on the floor right now are in double digits. Becker and Sydney Glenn, both with 11. McQueenie, a drive to the right elbow, has to get rid of it. Becker around a defender, wanted to float it up, but nothing there. Cora Glenn tries a 3, misses it. Strong rebound to Bryan, and we approach the final 2 minutes of this contest. Bryan, a pass inside. Van Wee took an extra step with the basketball and turns it over. Bit too much momentum and did not put the shot up fast enough. Under 2 minutes to go in this one. Silver Eagles have not emptied their bench yet, but I imagine they will if they get an opportunity in the next few seconds. As Cora Glenn has it, gives back to McQueenie, who will take it to the top of the circle. Schmudlock with the basketball, right wing. Gives to Cora Glenn, right of the lane, wants to put it up. She got blocked by Phillips. Waunakee the other way, and Bryan will stall near half court on the near side. Now she drives into the paint, kicks to the corner. Waunakee gonna play keep away for a little bit here. Mite with the basketball. She drives just inside the perimeter, then takes it back outside, guarded by Schmudlock. Here's Doetzler on the far side, gives it back to Bryan. 1:06 to go and counting in this one. Waunakee pretty confident now. They've got this one wrapped up. Just have to run out the rest of the clock. And we have a foul to stop the clock with 57.7. Cora Glenn takes her third. That will give 2 penalty free throws to Doetzler. First of 2 is good. 60-43, Waunakee with the lead. 1 more penalty free throw, which is up and good. 61-43, under a minute to go. Here's McQueenie into the front court. Brings it just inside the perimeter. We'll try a long two, and she cashes. Nothing but the bottom of the barrel for McQueenie. And a foul is called on the near side. Scoreboard you're seeing is incorrect. It should say 61-45. There's the correction. And Schmudlock takes her third. So penalty free throws for the Warriors once again. Might hits the first. 44 seconds to go. And she's got one more coming. And it goes around and out, no good. Corrigan the rebound. Silver Eagles back the other way, 40 seconds to go. McQueenie driving just inside the paint, kicks back out. Becker top of the circle. Student section wanted her to shoot it. Instead, she gives it to Cora Glenn. Layup off the window, it's good. And Warriors back the other way. Bryan has it. They get a block on McQueenie. I believe that's her fourth. It will be. 23.7 showing on the game clock. And Bryan will get a chance to break the 20-point mark if she can go 1 for 2. And she hits the first. So 20 points on the night for Tessa Bryan of Waunakee. She will more likely than not be leading all scorers. She misses the second one. Rebound, though, fought for and controlled by Phillips. Held ball, Arrow Monona Grove on the near side. So MG will get it back with 20.5 seconds to go. Chance to run one final play if they so choose. McQueenie taps it and takes it across into the front court. Bounce pass into Sydney Glenn, right elbow. Back out to McQueenie. Drive kick to Becker, tries a three, misses it short. Offensive rebound was originally controlled by Glenn, and instead the Warriors come up with it after Glenn lost it. Phillips gets it in the front court, and the final horn sounds in this one. So a close one after the first half. Monona Grove unable to clean up their turnovers, and Waunakee taking advantage will come away with the win in this one. Your final 63 for Waunakee, 47 for Monona Grove. With the win, Waunakee 16-4 through their first 20 games. Monona Grove will drop to 10-8 on the season, 4-7 in the league. Waunakee 10 wins, 1 loss in Badger Large Conference play. Thank you all for watching tonight's broadcast of Silver Eagle Girls Varsity Basketball. Join us tomorrow night, same tip-off time, for a boys varsity game as the Silver Eagles prepare to take on the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Should be a good one here from MG. For Brennan Hekamovich, Will Nimmo, and the entire rest of our AV crew, once again tonight's final score, Waunakee 63, Monona Grove 47. This is Parker Hagan signing off. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you tomorrow night.